Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Today is Monday the 13th of April 2026. Good morning from wherever you are watching this from. Just starting off on the monthly time frame. On the monthly time frame, I've been having this channel here, and this channel to me is the retracement of this particular move here, because when I take my fibs, I do still think that we are in a downtrend. This is like the swing high, swing low, the pullback here, and we're currently at the 78.6%. And this channel here, we were moving in an uptrend to correct this move, but I do see that this was the impulsive move here. It almost looks like the retracement. I do think this one here was the impulsive, but then we didn't sorry guys, we didn't break through this 1.375 level, and you can see price is now starting to head lower. I don't know if price wants to do like very long-term sells, even though I am long-term bearish, because at this particular point we still have a lot of consolidation, especially with what's going on with the news. So this is just something that I'll just be on standby for, just observing to see. But on the weekly time frame, we do have some clearer price action, in my opinion. This is the weekly time frame. This is the impulsive move, pullback, the impulsive move to me. This here looks like the pullback, but then it also looks like there is a potential for price to even come all the way back up to here, maybe to even fill up this channel. I don't know. But for me personally, what I would like to see is at least a pullback of this particular swing high, swing low. We can see we broke this previous lower high here. So I would like to see price to come maybe back up to the 1.358, and then we start heading over downwards, because I can see that we did break this particular swing point over here. So it's going to be interesting, and you can see that we have a very bullish engulfing candle just right here. It was also a double bottom on the daily time frame. This is the 1.32, and yeah, usually with these very big candles, they tend to have shorter pullbacks. So I don't know, I'm not really expecting like a deep pullback, but I guess when we go to the lower time frames we'll see. But yeah, that's just like my bias on the weekly time frame. We can see we have this wick here. This is like the swing low. Also, when I take my fibs, let me see. Yeah, so that level, this 1.358 is also working well with the 61.8% fib. I think there is a potential for price to even move on higher, because we still have this long wick. I'm usually not a fan of long wicks, because price can do whatever it wants when it starts getting to around these points. So again, I'll be on standby, but as per this week, just based on this candle here, I am going to be bullish, just short-term bullish. I don't know, in terms of like long-term yet, but I guess we'll just have to see as price moves. So this here is the daily time frame, and then you can say this is the double bottom that I was talking about. A nice opportunity here. I'll get into it on the 1 hour time frame. I didn't get it, but I did get an opportunity on Friday. This is the 1.32. This is the daily time frame, and you can see we're currently, these are the levels I'm looking at, by the way. This is the 1.338. This is a weekly key level. This here, any levels that I usually highlight, these are the levels that I really like to watch out for, and I can see that price is currently around this level here. On the daily time frame, this is still a very weak pullback. We're currently just at the in between the 23.6 and the 38.2. So as much as I would like a deeper pullback, I don't know if it might do this right now and then push up. I really don't know. So I'm just going to be on standby at this particular level here. I do have a cold, guys. I'm just recovering, so please excuse me and excuse my little bonnet. Yeah, so 1.338. Yeah, so I'm looking at what's going to be happening here. Also, something that I was noticing in the morning, we do have a 50 EMA here. This is a 50 exponential moving average, and usually with like the 50 and the 20 EMAs, especially on the bigger time frames like the daily and weekly, I don't like to ignore them, because they usually do something to price. So this is just something that I'm going to be considering. But yeah, looking at the 1.33 level today, and yeah, these will be potential targets if at all price wants to move on upwards or even here, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. So the 4 hour time frame, yeah, so I do have this trend line. This trend line here has been formed because this is the previous swing point. We didn't break below it, and now we're still there again. Somebody could say that it is a double bottom. Yeah, double bottom of this impulsive move that was moving upwards. Not too convincing. I don't really like this particular 4 hour candle here to confirm any buys as of yet. But as long as price is going to be above the 1.338, I'm still going to remain on the bullish side. My trend line here has just forming, so we have at least 3 touches or something. Yeah, I think 3 or 4 touches. So this to me is quite valid at the moment. I am a trend line trader. I'm also support and resistance trader. So yeah, that's why I usually have lines on my chart. I don't know if I should delete this. Wait, let me just go back. I don't know if I should delete this. Let me delete this because now I think that our channel days are over. It was nice. At least I got something there, but now we just have to focus on current price action. And yeah, this is where we are at the moment. Let me just take my fib so that we can see this area a bit more clearly. Yeah, so we can see we're still just slightly in between the 23.6 and the 38.2. Not my favorite place to buy because there is still a lot of space here. Some people will call it imbalance, that I do think there is a potential for it to be filled. But again, I don't know if this will happen right now. So yeah, and we also have a very big gap here, which I was expecting because on Saturday, Trump had talks with Iran. I heard it was like a 21-hour meeting or something. And yeah, I definitely knew if somebody got a buy around here, you'd definitely be stopped out. But let me go to the 1 hour time frame. I don't think there's too much to really highlight here. The same levels. On the 4 hour, to me, it's looking a bit clean. On the 1 hour... So this is on the 1 hour. You can see this a bit more clearly. This is the imbalance, I believe, from some news. On Friday, we had some CPI, but the CPI didn't move as much. I was able to get a buy trade around here. It was around 11 a.m. East African time. I got along around this level here. And then I moved it to break even during CPI, and CPI didn't move as much. So I just ended up securing a 1%. Yeah, my stop loss is always 30 pips. So my stop loss was something like this. And then I held it. I moved it to break even. And yeah, I just got a little 1%, which I was grateful for at the end of the day because, you know, trying to pass this prop firm. But yeah, this was the move that I wanted to take. But I think I was a bit late here. I was a bit busy and I wasn't able to take this particular move here because I did see some nice candles. And we can see that today we are back here. So anyway, yeah, and this is the gap again. So you can see like this is such a big gap. So you can imagine, guys, if I held this particular trade over the weekend, I would have easily been stopped out. You can see, and this is why I don't like to hold trades during the weekend, and especially times like these where, you know, we have these you know, fundamental news everywhere. You can see you would just be stopped out in the morning. Big gap here, which I am hoping will get filled probably today, but you know, these gaps you can also never be too sure. But yeah, so today what I'm looking at, let me stop talking too much. So today what I'm looking at, this is the weekly key level, the 1.338. I'm looking for buys today. This is Friday is low, Friday is high. I usually mark them with different colored support and resistance lines. If at all something nice would happen like this, I would like to see, because I can see we're currently back above Friday's low. I'd like to see maybe a pullback, maybe price moving, and then we see if we can get like a candle over here. I usually have to wait for candlesticks. 1 hour, the 1 hour time frame is my entry time frame, so I have to wait on either a 1 hour or for a candlestick. On the 4 hour, I don't really like it, but again, I'll not ignore it because this here was still a nice candle and we're still, you know, still something is forming over here. So it just depends on the candlesticks I'll get. So yeah, either way, I'm looking for something like that. Maybe a retracement back from Friday's low and a push up. If not, maybe even a double bottom. I don't see that happening because now we've already like passed this. What level is this again? Let me see. Hold on. This is the 1.3412. This was Friday's low. I don't see a double bottom happening, but it could. I don't know. If at all we sell, maybe if we sell now, I'll just something below this weekly key level of the 1.338. Something like that could be fair. Maybe for that pullback, and then we see if price can start moving upwards. But right now, I'm just going to be focusing on what the market is doing, and I can see it is moving higher. So I'm just going to see if I can start getting entries. If I don't get one today, that is still okay because it's not looking too good, guys. It's not looking too good, and almost looks like we're almost in a range as well. Yeah, and you can see from even the euro. Let me just see at the euro. So the euro, this is how also the euro is looking like. Not too clean, but also the euro is still in a sort of uptrend. I don't think it's starting to show any signs of selling as of yet. But yeah, it's just been interesting. These are the Trump markets, guys. What can we do? What can we do? So yeah, that's my bias for the pound USD. Looking at the dollar index, the dollar index has also been interesting. Let me just start over on the weekly time frame. So this is the weekly time frame. And you can see we closed also with a bearish, very, very bearish engulfing candle here at the 100.2. Yeah, I think there's a definitely big potential of sales continuing even back down to this level here, to be honest. Let me see if I take my fib from this wick over here to here. Let's see what we can get. Okay, so we have a 50% around here, 61.8, 78.6 is also at the bottom. So yeah. If at all those sales continue, because I do still think this is a swing low, swing high, so we are in an uptrend because we did break above this one here and this one. So yeah, I won't be shocked if price comes here, even back down to here. I'd still not be shocked. And then we see if we can start getting those long-term buys. But again, I also don't know because of everything that's happening in the world. But yeah, just short-term bearish on the dollar as per right now. We still have this very big gap over here, but you know, this level here, this is the 199.130 is still holding. And as much as we have a gap here, and yes, I would love for price to fill it, but from my past experience, and this is my lesson I learned last year, sometimes these gaps don't always get filled immediately. And let me just give you an example. Yeah, this particular area here, this is 23rd of June 2025. You can see we had a gap here, and if somebody was like, oh, I think price is going to, you know, fill this gap over here, but then look what happened, guys. Price just continued dropping, and then the next time we were back at this gap here was like on 15th July 2025. That's almost like a month later. So I don't know, it's just something that I like to keep. You can see we had a gap here, it didn't come back again until when this gap was made on October. Oh my gosh, guys, look, October here. And then the next time price came to touch and fill it was in December, like 2 months later. So I don't know. I'm not saying that that's the possibility here, but it is something that I am considering, because even if I want price to make a pullback and be like short-term buys, it's still like, fam, to me, this is still in a downtrend. And if it doesn't want to fill up that gap, then there's nothing I can do and just, you know, wait. And you can see here on the 4-hour time frame, you can see it a bit more clearly. Last week, I was hoping that this candle here would push it back up, but you can see it didn't. And yeah, this is the 99.13, didn't do that. So I'm going to remain just bearish on the DXY until the technicals show me otherwise. You can see we have a weird pin bar here. This is not my favorite type of pin bar. Sorry, this is not my favorite type of pin bar, but we are moving downwards. And I do think, yes, I've talked about the gap, but this gap here, because it was a weekend gaps, sometimes I see they get filled like faster. So yeah, we'll see. Maybe price can even continue heading on downwards. But yes, I'm just going to remain bearish on the on the index until otherwise. Hey guys, these markets, I don't know, man. Hey, yo guys, let me know how you guys are faring. As you can see on the 1-hour time frame, I do have this range over here because we do have like touches on particular areas here. So yeah, I'm going to remain bearish because there is a potential for price to come all the way down here and even break and continue downwards. But again, who knows, man? These are uncertain times. I am no guru. I just try my best to, you know, analyze the pair and see what opportunities I can get. I'm hoping this April can be better, because in March it was just not it. So yeah, that's my analysis. I hope I've made sense. In terms of news today, what news? What date is it today? The 13th. Okay, so we are here on Monday. No news today, but we do have some news on Tuesday at 3:30 p.m. East African time, and we also have some 7 p.m. news, Pound U news, 7 p.m. East African time, and these are PPI. So I don't know. They don't look too scary to me, but again, because of, you know, the headlines and things coming up here and there, nobody knows. But I'm going to be on standby for what I've said down there. Let me know what you think. Are you bearish? Are you waiting for that pullback to get better entries? Tell me what you think, because hey, it's not looking too good, but we just have to react. That is it for today. Have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.